How we see ourselves dictates how we show up in the world. And if we have negative thoughts or feelings that are stuck inside of us, it's difficult to express ourselves authentically. Many people have deep-rooted wounds, and because of that, it spreads to different areas. You may see yourself as a failure. You might see yourself as somebody that doesn't look appealing to the masses. There could be multiple things that you deem to be wrong with you. And with that, the core wound is formed. And not only do you think you're a failure when it comes to work, you may put that as you're a failure in relationships. You're a failure in work. You're a failure everywhere you go. And that's the narrative that you carry with you. Because that narrative is present, you're incapable of reaching your full potential because you put yourself down before you even begin. You may see yourself as unattractive, and because of that, you hide parts of yourself. You try to showcase what you think is desirable, because at certain times in your life, you were told how you look is not ideal. It should be changed. And you run with that narrative, and it's stayed with you up until today. There's multiple areas of our lives in which we may have a wound that has developed. And because of that, it affects us in multiple ways. We can't show up without feeling self-conscious, without remembering who we have created in our head, that version of ourselves that's incapable, that version of ourselves that is incomplete. And when we reconnect with that core wound and go back and visit it with a different perspective, we can then come to a place where we feel that release. So in this guided meditation, we're going to be revisiting that wound and allowing ourselves to see it from a different perspective. The intention is for you to be able to begin expressing yourself from an authentic place. Expressing yourself from a perspective that's different from that of the version of yourself that sees yourself as the wounded individual, as the failure, as the unattractive person, as the person that struggles with whatever you struggle with or has the challenges that you have. So we're going to begin by taking in a few deep breaths just to connect with the present. In through the nose and release through the nose. In through the nose and release through the nose. in through the nose and release through the nose. I just want you to begin feeling into your body. And at this point, there may be a part of your body that feels tight or that is standing out to you at this point. It might be your throat, it may be your chest, it may be your stomach, it may be your head. Whatever it is, just pay attention to that. And wherever it is, just feed into it. And connect. What is it saying to you? What messages do you get from connecting with that part of your body? And just allow them to flow. And if you're not receiving any messages from any part of your body, or you cannot feel any part of your body, you can put your hands on your heart for a moment and just feed into it. Breathing in and out at a natural pace. Allowing yourself to connect with your body. A lot of the time, it's difficult to find the release because the body remembers the feeling. When you connect with the body, you can reconnect with the feeling. That gives you the ability to understand it more, bring it up, and also release it. When you think about the core message that comes up for you when you connect with your body, what is it? Is it about how you show up in the world? Is it about how you look? Is it about whether you're important or not? Is it about how intelligent you are? What is it? And just feed into that. And I want you to just connect with the moments that made that true for you. Why do you believe that about yourself? What was said to you? What did you experience? And just connect with that. And as you feed into it, once again, pay attention to where you feed it in the body. It may be a touch uncomfortable. If it's too overbearing, then you can relax for a moment. But if you can, then feed into it. What are you feeding right now? And I want you to connect with moments that showed that you are what they said that you are to you in your mind. If they said that you are somebody that is unattractive, what's a moment that makes you believe that that's true? If they said that you are a failure, what's a moment that made you think that that's true? If they said you're not important, where's the proof of that? And just think back to moments that connect with this feeling. Oftentimes, we hear a message and then we have experiences that cement it. And it makes it more true because we hear it multiple times and we see it, we see evidence. However, we may see evidence on the other side that proves it wrong. Or we may not pay attention to that because we believe it to be untrue or for it to be a coincidence because our foundation is built on the wound. I'd like for you to think back to moments where you've been able to just be present without thinking about the perspective of how people see you. Or moments where you've gone against the perspective and everything's been okay. You've done something that showed that you were intelligent. You've gone out and you were complimented for how you look. You tried something and you were able to achieve it. And when you think about your achievements and your accomplishments, how does that feel for you? Oftentimes, we have these wounds, but we don't tend to them. The same way if you had a physical cut on your hand, you would tend to it, ensure that the bleeding stops, put a plaster on it, use an antiseptic wipe if necessary. But our internal wounds, sometimes we don't tend to them. And if we don't, they may not heal the way that they could. Understand that. Just feeding into it, understanding it, realizing that a lot of the times it comes from stories that we create from the perspective that we saw it from at the point in which it happened. But if we change that perspective and we let go of the pressures, we can come back to a place where we feel good. If you are somebody that people have seen as unintelligent for a long time, but you have done multiple things that prove that you're intelligent, allow yourself to recognize that we're humans, we develop, we grow. You may have some unintelligent moments. That's true. Accept that. And as a human, you may have been unattractive on some days. Accept that. That's okay. When we accept that we're not perfect beings, we have days where we can make mistakes. We have days where we may not look as attractive. We have days where we fail consistently. That doesn't make us unattractive. That doesn't make us a failure. We just may have had moments where that was present for us. But if we base our life on that, we will continue to act from that place and believe that's who we are constantly, whereas that's incorrect. So allow yourself to release any thoughts. And if you feel the happiness coming in, the relaxation, the peace, allow it to enter. Allow that peace to enter your space. And whatever body part you were feeling before, allow it to feel the peace. Allow it to feel the love. And as the feeling gets stronger, stay with it. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be cared for. And that starts with you showing that to yourself. If this guided meditation has resonated, remember, you can come back whenever you like. This space is for you. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, goodbye.